morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for tuning in and joining me for another HiRISE epic. Just before I get started, I'd like to thank Tyler from Secure Team 10, who featured one of my recent anomalies in his last video. Thanks, Tyler. Big shout out to you, my friend. And to all of those who joined me from Tyler's channel, thank you for subscribing. Welcome on board. Glad to have you with me. This is structures and debris in Dune Field west of Hellespontus Montes, a follow-up to mysterious disk and triangular object spotted in Hellespontus Montes. We'll be checking out all the other anomalies analyzed from the Dune Symmetry photograph, and I'll include the link in the description below. Acquired on the 28th of December 2009 at a resolution of around 25 centimeters per pixel. Not only was this photographed once or twice, but as recently as the 21st of May 2019. So of very high interest to NASA, this particular region. And I wonder why. I think it might be because of the anomalies I'll be showing you, or maybe just monitoring dunes, who knows. So the images we're going to look at were cropped from the JP2 black and white map projected file, and there's a crop from the low-res JPEG, just to give you an idea of the context in which we find these anomalies. And then from the color RGB strip, I chose two color images to show you. Very unusual blue color. That there looks quite awesome as well, the way that these little dunes have dried and seem to be layered one on top of the other, almost like fish scales. Very interesting. Some more symmetry in those smaller dunes. Located in a region 42.66 degrees south, 38.02 degrees east in the circular depression in the region Hellespontus Montes. And as I say, check out the number of times that the MRO HiRISE camera has scanned that region. And there are some of the anomalies as featured in my previous video, where we've got that sort of disc-like shaped anomaly up against this larger piece. I don't know if it's attached to it somehow through this region over there, or if it's just lying up against this strange looking boulder or rock, top of this little rectangular platform with a little hole in it. We've got this little triangular object. Each side is about 3 meters long. And look at the unusual dark shape underneath. Looks like there could even be an opening cut into that, who knows. Definitely sticking over this little dune. And then a larger disc about 10 meters in diameter with a little triangular piece next to it. That one over there is about 4 to 5 meters in diameter. So let's continue with the rest of the anomalies, and we'll be looking at these long narrow pieces. And zooming up close, we can see the straight edge to it, and it's got right angles over there and there. Check at this piece on top, seems to be carved out and leaving that bevel over there. And then this piece next to it looks just as unusual. We've got multiple right angles to that piece over there. There's the anomaly from the color RGB strip to give you an idea of the color. Next one right there. This one's also about 12 to 14 meters long, and it's leaving a very odd shadow, maybe even like a disc shape to it. I don't know. Check that out there. So a very long narrow piece, and it's also got right angles in that bevel over there, and on this side a parallel line running through there. There's the other piece This one's about 10 to 12 meters long and about 4 to 5 meters wide. Looks like it consists of 2 parts, maybe even 2 concrete slabs, who knows. I featured one of these in an older video too, that looks like collapsed structures or floors. Check at the middle over there, slightly carved out, parallel sides, got right angles and straight edges to that. The next piece we're checking out is right there, also about 12 to 14 meters long and about 4 meters wide. That piece there's got a little triangle on it. Okay, so let's zoom in on this, and we can see straight edges to it, right angles, and then right there near the center, that little dome-like feature casting that shadow. It's almost like a piece of metal plate, sheet metal. Here we've got alignment of smaller parts on that little triangular object that measures about 10 meters across. Check at the multiple layering over here as well. Some more of these strange protrusions or knobs on a lot of these anomalies. So let's zoom in on those 3 over there, and they're almost the same size and arranged in a triangular pattern, following the same design as the larger piece underneath. There's another long narrow piece there. Here we're looking at another disc-like object about 8 meters in diameter. Check out the unusual shape of that piece as well. Okay, so zooming in on this, that little circular part or feature on top is about 2 meters to 1.5 meters in diameter, and you can also see this circular shape, convex shape to this as well, and then always those are right there in the center or very close to the center. Yeah, we're looking at a very unusual piece as well, right there just off the center of this image. It's got a small little rectangular part lying on top with a little hole in it, and that piece is about 3 meters long and about 1.5 meters wide. Very unusual, definitely a part that is sticking up above this larger piece. Maybe it's attached to that larger part, and this is part of a sculpture or some little structure, or this is an object, like a little rectangular object on top. Very unusual that as well. More smaller parts or protrusions on these, check that out there as well. This rectangular one over there measures about 4 meters by 2 meters, and it's right there in the center of this, almost like a hexagonal shape, and then that little piece in a line through these 2 parts. Very unusual to see that sort of alignment as well. Could be natural, but there's just a bit of symmetry and geometry going on there that looks very strange. There's that little disc, but we're going to be checking out this piece over here. Each side is about 6 meters long, and we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to it. Very straight edges, and I'm sure you'll agree, symmetry and geometry in this design as well. Okay, here we're looking at what looks like some type of donut or washer-like object. It's about 4 meters in diameter, and it's got a very unusual hole in it, also slightly bent, but we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to it, and then that larger hole in the middle. First piece ever that I feature that looks like that. Very unusual. Okay, here's another one of these pieces. Seen many of these in my previous videos, that particular shape and design. That piece is about 6 meters across and about 8 meters long, and the protrusion on it is about 2 meters in diameter, located right there in the center. This is a very unusual piece as well, consisting of 3 smaller, narrower pieces. It's about 8 meters wide by about 10 meters long. Check out the unusual alignment of this circular disc-like feature in the middle of this larger part. And this is from the color RGB strip. We'll check out that anomaly up there. And this larger, what looks like a ruin over here to the right. This piece is about 12 meters wide, and the dark spot on it is about 1.5 meters to 2 meters. Around its side, straight edge there, and a 90-degree angle. We're looking at multiple pieces over here. The structure over here is huge. It's about 25 to 30 meters across, consisting of multiple parts, sort of interconnected through the middle over here. It's got a rounded side there, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 sides over here. And then this part in the center seems to be carved out slightly, with 2 similar smaller protrusions or knobs right there, and then that long narrower one, oval shaped one over there, and then 2 protrusions, this one here right in the center of this piece. So natural, maybe, unnatural possibly as well. Let me know in the comments below what you guys and girls make of these anomalies as well, please. Always look forward to reading your thoughts on these. Here's that strange circular disc with the triangular part next to it. And then there another megalithic slab or block with a little sphere or dome on it. That bright circular piece on the top is about 2 meters in diameter, and definitely stands out like a sore finger on top of that reddish brownish larger piece. So that concludes the anomalies in this HiRISE photograph. Thank you again for watching. I hope you found it informative and interesting. Do share and like, and let's get the message out there to our friends, family, whoever will listen. I know a lot of people think we are propeller heads wearing tinfoil hats, but guys, I think there's something to this, and NASA sure isn't going to spread the word. So let's get out there, do our thing, and let's see if we can't get more people to check out these anomalies. I think in the near future I'm going to do a behind the scenes to show you how I find anomalies and what I do to process the images right through up to production. So maybe in the near future, let's see, I might even make that available on Patreon. You can always follow me on Facebook, Twitter, or over at my blog. I've got a PayPal and Patreon account, so if you'd like to contribute, please do so, much appreciated. You can find all the links to those in the description below. And remember, if you subscribe, to hit the notifications bell. I'll be back soon with more Mars and space news. See you all then. Ciao for now.